going
Radiant's
to
top tower's
grab
in
the
bad shape.
regeneration rune on Rubik. And I don't know. Everything seems to be going well for the rest. For the Dire team, except that they basically died there. It's a 4-man, kill. 4 for 2 trait. Which is definitely not something they anticipated to happen. But yeah, you can see, you can still come back. If you just man up and play better, and just, farm up first, get some nice items, and then you can still win this. So the, wow, he gets the gem already? Do we have an invisible? Oh yeah. No. Is Darkseer invisible? I'm not actually sure. I don't think so. No. I don't know. It seems like strange to me. Because nobody is invisible, so why would you get that then? Maybe do spot wards, I don't know. X disconnected, so yay, I picked the right guy to follow it, I see. And I guess we're going to have to go with someone else. Let's go with the... No, with Alchemist. Alchemist is cool. Why did they pause the game? He's not going to come back. At least I'm assuming he's not going to come back. But yeah, this is going to be over if he is not going to come back, because, well, they're already behind. They're now 1 man behind, and yeah, well, maybe he just disconnected and he's coming back, but I don't think so. He wasn't doing too well. I don't know what his score was, but 6 and 6, 6 and 5. He has 152 last hits. That is pretty impressive. Yeah. Except that this stat is not true. Oh, this is Shadow Fiend. Okay, so... Yeah, so 3 and 7. Well, yeah, the Shadow Fiend of course did way better in the minions. He's the number 1 minion killer currently. Yeah, I was wondering, because he wasn't really at the top of the game, and 77 minions and a net worth of, I don't know, something low. Oh wow, actually the lowest? Oh, he sold everything, so he's definitely not coming back. That can't be right. 687, that can't be right. He does have more than that. I think this is his current gold. Hang on. Net worth. There you go. So his net worth is definitely more than that. And we should have that sorted now. Like this, yes. So 4,000, just about. So he's the number 2 from the bottom. Definitely not doing that well. But hey, that's the way it works sometimes. I pick random games from the hero that I want. And sometimes you get really nice games. Actually, most of the time I get pretty nice games. Only this time, yeah, we have a pretty crappy game. It seems that we already lost at like minute 5. And Roshan goes down. Obviously they couldn't really stop that. Even if they knew that was going on, it still wasn't going to pay off. Yeah, well, it's the way it works sometimes. Sometimes you're just too far behind to go up against something like Roshan or even tower kills. You can't really hold that off, and that's exactly the point of the game. I mean, you are supposed to, well, get further and further ahead until you, well, kind of get so far behind or ahead that you can actually kill their entire base. Of course, since both teams have the same target in mind, so that both teams want to do the same thing, it's kind of not, well, unbalanced. So as long as the game is somewhat near equal on both sides. Both teams can still make it work. Of course, yeah, it is true that sometimes it goes completely out of control, like here, 26 to 14. Yeah, that is.
Tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
This is really just, yeah, it's over. I mean, what are you gonna do here?
Radiant's bottom tower seen better days.
So once again, getting that damage over time, but it doesn't really do that much.
Radiant lost
Because,
one
well,
of them
with
bottom
a little bit of
towers.
life steal or health regen, it's easy to get over that. You can put it on multiple people. As you can see, you get the movement speed bonus for every one of those people. And, well, as I said, it gets denied, or no, well, you basically don't get the debuff anymore after you kill something. And Gyrocopter now affected. Oh, he is so scared. Yeah, really not. Whatever. Wow, he is taking some nice damage here from the tower, but are we going to be able to go in here? Nope, 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 nope. Not at all. Actually, that's what I'm wondering. Can you actually deny one of your own units and then it gets removed as well? Because it says if you kill a unit, and technically you kill a unit, it's one of yours, but it's still. Are we going to be able to do this? It seems that we did some pretty nice damage there with Alchemist. And Gyrocopter went pretty low, but it is not going to work out. It is not going to make a difference. Wow, the amulet, or no, not amulet, the Aegis is going to time out in 3 minutes. Wow, that was a long range stun. There you go. Gem of True Sight is on the ground. Are we going to be able to pick it up or destroy it or whatever we want to do with it? Helicopter gets a kill and then uses his Aegis. Someone picked it up or destroyed it.
That's 4 in a row. 2 down.
And are we going to be able to continue on this? Come on, X! There you go. X using that ultimate to actually make it work.
3 down.
To make something out of this fight. And no, no, no. Gyrocopter is gone. Yeah, he is going to be slowed a little bit. Oh, nicely done! Yeah, the ultimate from Gyrocopter is coming out, but it's not going to be enough damage. And yep, he goes down! Wow, did not expect that. The Gem of True Sight is picked up here by X. And even though the Gem of True Sight is kind of pointless at this point, well, not at this point, that's not the case. Nobody is invisible, so you don't really need it. I think he's going to just drop it in the base and just say, well, screw that, I don't need that. Yep, indeed, what he does, he's going to drop the gem and going to say, well, at least we have it now. Enemies will have to buy a new one if they want to. Roshan respawning in 5 minutes. And that means that, well, the fight is still on for that. Well, it is in 5 minutes. So I really didn't expect X to come back from that disconnect. I guess they still have some hope here. But normally, yeah, we see people give up at this point. I mean, look at that, 15 kills behind. I don't know what the actual graphs look like. This is XP, so 14k XP. Look, they actually came back quite a bit. From about 12k XP to 8k XP. So yeah, there's that. And the gold earned, yeah, same deal. They were here at a dip and then they came back to a decent amount. And yeah, now they're kind of lost again. So currently there is about 10k gold between the two teams. And 10k gold is a lot if you're only at 50k. So that's 20% lead for the enemies. And of course, it doesn't really say everything, because in the team fights it's also about positioning yourself correctly and getting your damage across, because you can do all the DPS you want, but if you die in 0 seconds, then you're not going to do damage. So yeah. Anyhow, I guess Axe did have a pretty decent amount of damage to deal, but he did go down instantly. They did have to use quite a bit on him though. I think there were 3 ultimates involved here, and we might actually be able to profit from that, because obviously, yeah, if you don't have ultimates on your team, it is going to be hard to get away from this. And oh, are we going to be able to do this? Yes, wow, a double kill. So that's a 3-for-1. And I think they focused a little bit too much on that one kill, and yeah, now it's a 4-for-1. They focused too much on that Axe kill, and Axe is of course a very tanky dude. And yeah, you can see here why you shouldn't do that. So the Black King bar, of course, we've seen it many times before. It gives you total immunity to all spells. And that is exactly what they want with that.
Dyer's mid tower could use
Because, well, when you have that that on, you can't be stunned, you can't be damaged by any spell, and that is just a huge amount of defense. Blade Mail also gives you a nice amount of extra protection, but then from basic attacks. So, yeah, it also deals some damage back to people, but, well, whatever. That's really not the point of the item. Well, it's kind of useful against someone like Gyrocopter, because if Gyrocopter focuses this dude and he puts that on, then for the next 4.5 seconds, basically Gyrocopter can't attack him at all.
Guess what's happening?
Rune, yeah, that's not a rune that anyone is interested in. I mean, people will pick it up and use it, but it's not really the one that they want. They want the regen runes, the invisibility runes, the haste runes even. But yeah, the duplicating yourself really not that powerful.
How about that?
Although it seems rather powerful, but yeah, it really isn't. Yeah, we are going to go into the right lane here, well, I guess bottom lane. Are we going to make it out? No, we're not going to make it out. Shadow Fiend goes down, and Yo gets another kill. 1 minute till the Roshan respawn, and that means that Shadow Fiend is not going to be around for that. Lion is going to be up just in time, and are we going to be able to get something out of this? So. Yeah, I'm just wondering what is the plan here, because obviously the enemy team, so the Dire team, they know what's going on. The Radiant team also knows when Roshan has fallen, or when he fell the last time, and they should be able to kind of see that, and hopefully they did remember to actually, well, keep an eye on that. Roshan will respawn in a moment, and nobody's going for that straight off. Kind of expected them to. Because, well, the enemy team especially, so the Dire team, they know that if they fight right now, that it is a 5 versus 4 at best. And that, of course, is a pretty easy way to win a fight if it's 5 versus 4. So, yeah, just chillaxing in the middle here, just getting some things done, and yeah, he does have to retreat. Obviously, he's going to retreat. He's not going to stick around too long. So yeah, it's kind of funny that this scepter upgrade on Axe is like super good, but people still don't go for it. Because Axe is better built as a very tanky dude that really doesn't care about, well, damage too much. And he has Blink Dagger now. Well, So once again, dropping his teleport scroll there. Even though, yeah, he kind of... you kind of need teleport scrolls, but yeah, he can't handle the... or he can't keep the teleport scrolls. Because, well, you only have 6 inventory slots. And that is definitely not, well, a lot. It's kind of crazy that you have to fit everything in 6 slots, but yeah, well, people will dump whatever they can't use anymore. It is kind of cool that you have real starter items in this game, because you have items that allow you to do, well, these very simple things, but you can buy them straight off. You can buy multiples of those in the early game. And do they not know that this is going on? I'm assuming they know Roshan is being taken at this moment. And here we go. We blink in, and are we going to be able to stop this? No, they're not going to be able to stop the Roshan from going down, but we are maybe going to be able to get things done here. I don't know. Yo should go down as well. Yeah, we should be able to kill everyone here except for the Yo. And oh, nicely done. Oh my god. They actually gave up the Roshan just to surround them and to make sure that they could pick them off later in the game. Or later when they came out of that that little cove. And it really worked out for them.
The Dire couldn't
Holy crap. So Gyrocopter buys back, Juggernaut buys back, but they're still going to lose 2 barracks.
The Dire's
And
mid-range.
wow, I can't imagine losing this game. The enemies were so far ahead. I don't understand how they can lose this game. But they are going to lose this game if they keep doing it like this. They have one more fight to show, well, that they can actually pull it off, because, well, yeah, they're kind of losing. As you can see, difference in gold earned 0, difference in experience earned 0. So yeah, there's that. It is amazing that they came back from that. And that was definitely the mistake on the enemy team. It was not because they played well. I mean, they played a lot better than they did before. I'm not saying that. They were kind of derping it up quite a lot in the early game. And that is something that, yeah, that you cannot have. You can't derp around that much and still hope to get something done. But yeah, in the later game they started playing a little bit better. It was still not impressive play, but at least in the team fights they showed that they could actually get it done. Of course, the enemy team focusing X all the time with his insane damage reduction by now. I mean, 15% spell resist still, the 6 extra armor, so he has 16 armor now. And then of course with the taunt, the Berserker Skull, he gets 40 bonus armor. Yeah, you're not going to damage him with basic attacks at that point. And especially, well, because he can trigger them one at a time, so he can trigger the Blade Mail first. The Blade Mail will redirect the damage, and then he can trigger the Berserker Skull once the Blade Mail wears off. And yeah, he can prevent all the damage. So first he reflects it, then he prevents it. And of course he still has that stout shield, which reduces, or which gives him a block rate, which reduces the damage even further. So yeah, it reduces every damage by 20 for melee and for 10 by for range. And there's a 60% chance of that happening. So yeah, that is a pretty decent amount of reduction. And we are hiding here, so multiple people here. Enemies don't know how many people there are. And we should be able to get once more a great team fight in here. And are we going to be able to finish this off? Oh, come on. Show us the fight. Alchemist in the middle of the fight where he should be, but he's not really confident enough that he can actually do it. Oh my god, they get 5 for 1 once again.
The Dire gave up a bottom
Yeah,
tower.
X died a little bit earlier,
Radiant's
but
top tower is hurting.
is this a tournament game? I guess so. That's why they knew he was coming back. Okay.
Radiant's top tower
I don't
is
know
taking
which
hits.
tournament this is. It's not an official tournament because otherwise I
The
wouldn't
Dire
be able
best
to
do
watch
something
it.
about that bottom tower.
But man,
Dire's bottom tower got blown to
this
bits.
Radiant team
Fond
really
farewell
just
to the Dire.
getting lucky
Dire's
there
bottom ranks
that the
is
enemy
full.
just completely screwed up. Bottom barracks go down, both of them, and we're going to just finish it off here because it takes 5 more seconds for the first guy to come up,
Hope the
but it
Dire
takes
weren't
over
partial
30
to
seconds
that
for the
mid-tower.
last guys to come up,
Dire's mid-tower
and therefore,
collapsed
yeah,
down.
this is pretty much over. X saying, well,
Dire's mid-tower is
let's
down.
get this done. Let's kill this throne.
No breaking through
And
the
we are
Dire's
going to stun
structures
ourselves
now.
there with the alchemist because there's
Sundown,
nobody
the
to
Dire's
stun.
ancient.
Oh wow, he actually got someone up
The Radiant
and
does it.
stunned them in the base. So very nicely done. Definitely didn't expect that. They're still 4 kills behind, but they came back in the gold, and that, as I said, is the only important stat. Well, I guess experience and gold. 10,000 gold. Look at that. Minus 10,000 to plus 10,000. That is insane. Very nicely done. And very unexpected, to be honest. Yeah. I guess I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. GG.